Hello everyone, my name is Kimmi. Welcome back to my channel, and I'm going to continue talking about the duels because Wednesday was the last duels round and I kind of want to wrap up some of my favorites that were from that episode. So I'm going to start with L and J because I really liked L and J's qualifier dance, and I honestly really loved their duel dance too. And they were beaten by DNA and went home, and I was actually really upset about that because their dance was amazing, and I think that they didn't make it through because of their song choice. And I know that that's super important when it comes to dancing and creating and making something like that, because you need to have a good song or it doesn't go. But like, I personally didn't think that it was that off. I didn't think that there was this big disconnect. Like, yeah, okay, there was a little bit of a disconnect in the beginning, but then I feel like they really brought it together, and like their dance was so good. And I personally feel like they should have beaten DNA, and I'm very upset that they didn't. Another one of my favorites from last episode was Josh and Taylor. Josh and Taylor was another personal favorite of mine from the qualifier round, and they made it through for the duel round, and they killed it. I mean, doing it to such a like intimate song, and a song that you wouldn't think that those movements would be to, but it was like so precise. And I just can't believe how young some of the dancers are that are on this show and how good they are. Like, I wish I was that good when I was 14 years old. I know damn well that I wasn't. I kind of forgot about srank. Their qualifier dance was like stanky. It was like good, but I kind of forgot about them. And then I remembered them when they did the duel round, and they killed it. Their grooves are so good. Their musicality is off the charts. Like, everything the judges were saying about their musicality, that sometimes they'd be on the beat and then other times the lyrics, and sometimes they would be like off beat but still on beat, and their musicality is like to die for. And they are like, they're up there in the hip-hop category. As I said, I forgot about them, and when they came back up in the duel round, I was like, oh shit, yeah, I remember them. And then they danced and I was like, oh shit, they're so good. And the last duel really got to me. The duel between Embodiment and Brotherhood. They're such different groups. One is an all-male contemporary group, which you rarely ever see, and they are like beyond good. The other one's an all-male hip-hop group, which you see all the time, pretty much. But they are two completely different things. And the fact that they were going up against each other and they both did amazing. Embodiment was so together, and just the emotion, and then Brotherhood was, their duel performance was way better than their qualifier performance. I didn't actually think they were going to be that good, and then they were. And then when they threw shade at Embodiment by doing like contemporary and ballet moves, I was like, wait a second, why is their form really good when doing this? And it just like, I was so upset when Brotherhood went home. Not because I didn't want Embodiment to win. I wanted Embodiment to actually win the duel because I think that it's such a rare thing to see an all-male contemporary group, and there are so many of them, and they're just really spot on with everything. But both of them were so good, and they were so different, and I really wanted both to stay in the competition. And it's such a shame that they went up against each other, because I think if they went against other people, both of them would have beat out their opponent. But because they went against each other, Embodiment took it over Brotherhood. And both of them were just, they were the best performances. It was actually one of the best duels in the whole entire duel round, at least in my opinion. And definitely one of the hardest goodbyes, because if either one of those teams left, it's sad. So, I mean, I'm glad Embodiment made it through, but I'm sad that Brotherhood is not. and it would have been the same if it was the other way around. So yeah, that's my last favorites from the duel round. Some upsets, some not upsets. I'm probably gonna keep on doing this throughout the competition and hopefully eventually predict who's gonna win, and we'll see if I'm right. If you're watching this and you haven't seen the video prior to where I talk about my favorites from the qualifiers and my favorites from the 3 prior duel episodes, go check that out. Also subscribe to my channel because I will probably continue talking about World of Dance while it's on, and I also want to do more dancing. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.